விஷ்ணு ப்ரோ கேக்குதா? விஷ்ணு ஓகே ப்ரோ. அப்படியே உங்க காலேஜ் பசங்களை அப்படியே வர சொல்லிடு ப்ரோ, ஜாயின் பண்ண சொல்லியிருந்தேன். ஓகே சுஷ்மா. வெல்கம் சுனில்.
Hi Vishnu.
Guys, we'll be starting the session in another 5 minutes. So 5 more minutes. Let all the participants join, and we'll start the session. Okay, guys, we'll start the session. I hope the meeting is recorded. Like we have recordings of the meeting, so if anyone wants to find the recording, they can go ahead with it. So okay, okay. What is solution challenge? So solution challenge is just a minute. Okay, as you can see, the main mission of Google Student Developer Club is to organize a social solution challenge for students to get to know their the problems based on the 17 UN sustainable goals, and working towards it so that they get the problems addressed, and try to overcome the problems with much creative solutions. So the mission of solution challenge is to solve one or more of the United Nations 17 sustainable development goals using any one of the Google technologies. So it can be like a database or cloud or any other applications you might think of based on the Google. So since 2020, GDSE have been organizing this solution challenge, and particularly choosing the top three best teams, and funding their research, as well as giving them various swags to announce them as winners. And this is open to every institution or every colleges, so that students can get their uh, knowledge on the real life problem, and work towards it with cutting edge technologies and many more. So as you can see, okay, now we are going to discuss about what are the overviews and solution challenge events, the various events which is happening in the solution challenge, and what are the timelines, and if we get selected, what are the prizes distributed, and what is the submission criteria and resources. And if you have any doubts, you can question us. Okay, so let's go ahead with the overview. So GDSE, like the solution challenge is the purpose of the solution challenge is to solve one of the United Nations 17 sustainable goals, sustainable development goals, using any one of the Google technologies. So it is created by United Nations. So in 2015, to address various UN related problems, and to ensure prosperity and protect the planet. It can be like a green, like promoting green stuff, or avoiding plastic waste, or reducing global warming, etc. So the solution challenge works towards the 17 goals. So these are the 17 sustainable development goals which we have to follow, and there is no restrictions on only using only one goal like theme. So you can connect with various themes. For example, if you want to do a project like a solution based on poverty, you can try for poverty as well as zero hunger. And if you want to include your health, you can add the good health and well-being theme too. So it is a connection of various sustainable development goals. So there is no restriction in choosing only one theme and addressing it. So the next thing is the timeline. So as you know that from the December 1st first week, the GDSC registration is open. So the link will be like, I'll share it now. So the link for the registration has been shared. So the next thing is uh, we have a kickoff event on January 11th of 2024. So it is the session is handled by the project director of Google's developer groups, Nikita Gandhi, and the submission starts from January 21. So January 21, the submission is open, and it stays open till February 22. So we have almost 2 months. So we have to work on it, and by February 2022, sorry, February 22, the submission gets closed, and the judging round gets started. Like from March 1, the judging round will be going on, and the winners will be announced in the month of April. So after the winner has been announced, they don't make the winners as just the winners. So they get to develop their project along with the Google developer experts. So they Google provides mentorship. So the mentorship phase will be like for 1 month from April to May. So the top 100 applicants will be asked to resubmit the entire prototype again. And after that, in the late May, the top 10 teams gets announced. And after the 10 teams has been announced, in the month of July, the top three teams will be announced, and they would get a lot of swags and prize money according to the Google standards. So this is the timeline for the Google Solution Challenge. So the prizes would be like top three best projects would be you know it will gain traction in the Google developer experts. So top three projects would be considered as the prize winners. And next thing is these are the prizes which the core team and leads will get. So that is we'll just go ahead with it. And the submission criteria is so the first thing is we have 5 different submission criteria for a particular project. So first thing is project setup. So the project setup would be like what are the challenges you are going to solve for the problem statements. So it carries 5 points. So the first thing is you have to clearly identify what kind of challenges you want to try to solve. Okay, based on the theme which you have taken. So the next thing is so what are the goals and targets which UN sustainable development goals, that particular theme has? So what are the goals and targets which it has, and what inspired you to select that specific goal? So you have to find why you want to take that theme, and what inspired you to take that theme. Okay, so it carries 5 points. So this thing is first thing. So it is a project setup. So you have to clearly identify what kind of problems you want to find and what kind of challenges you're trying to solve. Then you have to clearly specify what are the goals and target uh, which you have find in the theme, and what inspired you to take that specific goal. So the next part is implementation. So implementation is, so you have to try to find your way to create the solution. So you have to create an architecture. So or your you have to work with your team to find an architecture. So it would be like with what kind of tech stack you are going to do, you're going to use, and what are the responsibility of each components or each modules, and etc. Okay, so it carries 5 points. So next thing is what are the specific products and platforms you choose to implement. For example, what kind of Google technologies you want to try to attain, so that your project would be like a greater success. So first thing is you have to find the architecture with along with your teammates. So you have to be responsible for each component. So why you want to choose the particular architecture, and what are the components which are involved along with it. So the next thing is which specific, like what are the products and platforms you are going to implement, and what are the components you want to implement. So and you have to describe why you want to use that particular product and platforms. So it carries 5 points. So the next thing is feedback, testing, and iteration. So feedback is like you have to take a user's perspective and walk through the steps. So you have to be, you have to test the solution with the real users. So you have to go with people around you, and you have to gain the lot of insights. Okay, so in design thinking we have this thing as empathy. So empathy, you have to find what is the use case of that project, and how real users are able to grasp your solution. So you have to provide three specific feedback. So you have to find the real user, and you have to provide three specific feedback points. The first one, and next one is you want to try to categorize or try to create a path, so that what and all you learn and how it improves your solution. So you have to describe everything. So you have to learn what kind of things you learn, and you have to try to implement it, and as a result how your solution is improved. So you have to again you have to try three more specific things that you implemented and improve for your solution. So based on the user from the feedback. So first you have to find three specific feedback, and next thing is you have to give the three specific things you implemented and improve. So you have to specify what kind of things you want to implement in your project. Okay, that carries five more points. So next thing is code testing and iteration. So code testing is you have to highlight what kind of challenges you faced while working with your code or while building your code. So if you start from scratch, you have to find a way to tell your story regarding what kind of project you want to build, and what kind of technology you are working on, and what kind of challenges you faced along the journey. Okay, so you have to include the detail how you address the issue and the technical decisions. So like if there is a problem in creating an architecture or in a hierarchy in a database, what kind of issues you face and how you overcome it, you have to implement, you have to describe that in the documentation. Okay, so highlight one challenge you faced while building your code, including details on how you address the issue and the technical decisions. So what kind of decisions you put forth to solve that problem. Okay, and the implementation you had to make. So that carries 5 more points. So This is the third step. So next submission criteria would be like success and completion of solution. So these are all like after testing, you are going to you are half done with the project. Okay, now you have to try to create a metric so that we can assess the completion of the solution. Okay, so what kind of challenges you are trying to solve, and you are going to describe what are the success you had in your solution. Okay, so you can use various things like metrics, goals, and outcomes. So describe the success of your solution using metrics, goals, and outcomes. Okay, so next thing is what Google technologies are you using, like for example, if you're going to track the data along with the project, you have to use what kind of analytics you're going to perform, so that you have to try to set like a metric. Okay, so using relevant or meaningful statistics or concrete data or numerical examples where possible. So you have to provide a concrete data sets or concrete data evidence, so that your solution can be analyzed. Okay, so or where the number are impossible, like if it is not possible to use, you can describe your project's impact, like what are the causes and effects. So if there is a problem, what kind of solution you put forth, and what is the cause and effect of that particular project. Okay, so that carries 5 points. So you have to include the metrics, goal, and outcomes, along with the what type of Google technologies you are going to use to track that analytics. Okay, so you also if the numbers aren't working, like if you are not working particular data, or if the data is not numerical, you can try with the cause and effect thing. So you have to describe what your project's impact. Okay, so next one is you have to upload your copy of your demo video. So the demo video should be like minimum of 2 minutes. It should completely demonstrate the working application and how a user will interact with the solution. So the main thing of a solution challenge is to give a possible uh, innovative or easier work, or easier problem solving with users. Okay, so you're going to see the solution or see the problem in this perspective of a user. So the user have to interact with the solution, so that you have to demonstrate how the application actually works. So you have to make sure the video is effective. So you have to use what kind of Google products you use. You have to effectively showcase what kind of products you use. Okay, uh, if you want, like apart from the working application, if you want to elaborate more, or if you want to include infographics or visual representation of the data, it is allowed. Okay, so you have to upload your demo video. So after the successful project setup, implementation, feedback, testing, and iteration, you're going to showcase the solution to the judges in the Google developer experts. Okay, they will be the judge of these solution challenge. So they get to ponder over your like the solution, and they get to procure your marks. So you have to be very thorough in creating the 2-minute video, because that is the essential part in judging the solution. Okay, so it carries 5 more points. So next thing, scalability. So scalability would be like if you're planning to convert this project, or if you want to improve the project in a better scale, or what are the next steps you want to take for your project. Okay, what are the futuristic things you want to discuss. Okay, so if you want to expand your solution, how can it reach a larger audience? So you have to think about scaling up. Okay, so first thing is you have to choose the next steps of the projects, so to provide a futuristic goal. And next thing is how well you can expand it to a larger audience. Okay, so the next thing is you have to explain about the technical architecture of your solution. So it could the scalability includes what are the technical architecture you want to uh, use it, so that it can be scaled to a larger audience, so larger audience can be benefited from it. So the main reason for creating this solution challenge, like the possibility and the responsibility of the solution challenge, is to provide students the idea of solving real life problems based on their creativity and their own thinking ability. Okay, So that carries 10 more points for scalability. So the submission criteria is divided into 5 things. First thing is project setup, implementation. Next thing is feedback, testing, and iteration. And fourth thing is success and completion of the solution. And the fifth thing is scalability. So first, you have to clearly define what kind of challenges you're going to solve in the problem statement. And next, in implementation, you're going to specify what kind of architecture you're planning to work on and the technologies you're going to use. So the next thing is feedback. So feedback is like gaining the users uh, points so that you create a product or you create a solution which is much more interactive with the users. Okay, so you're going to test it and also iterate it if to address many issues. Okay, so then you're going to create the outcome of the solution based on the metrics or goals based on the Google technologies which you can use, or else you can use cause and effect description. Okay, so and the completion of the solution should be like a 2-minute video. It should demonstrate the working application and how the user interacts with the solution. So the video can be effectively chosen, like you can try to effectively use the Google products so that you can give out an effective video. Okay, so you can include infographics and visual representation in your demo video. So the demo video should be like maximum of 2 minutes. So 2 minutes in 120 seconds, you have to try to put forth your solution, and you have to wait for your judging criteria. Okay, so the next thing is scalability. So scalability is what kind of steps you're going to take in the future so that your solution is able to reach a larger audience. And next thing is the technical architecture required to scale the larger audience. Okay, so these are the submission criteria in it. So after the submission part, like the submission deadline is 22nd of February, but the submission starts from Jan 21st. Okay, so Jan 21st to February 22. So the judging criteria is the panel of judges from Google will they use the following metrics and evaluation for to judge based on the submissions they have. Okay, so they have two things. First thing is impact. So what kind of challenge you're going to use, they would judge it. So based on their problem statements, you would get to they will judge you based on that problem statements. Okay, why you are going to choose that and how well it can be implemented in the real life. Next thing is do they explain clearly which UN sustainable development goals and targets they choose for their evaluation and why. So which goal and targets, like based on theme, what kind of things you are going to procure and what kind of things you want to solve it. So that thing is another thing. Next thing is the feedback. So the feedback, like how well the feedback points are received from the real user, because you have to allow the user to test your solution so that you get clear evidence of your the solution, how well it works. Okay, next thing is what kind of things you learn along the way. So how a solution was iterated upon based on the user impact. So based on the user feedback, how well you are going to procure that information and going to implement in your project. Okay, this is the feedback from user and testing and iteration. So next criteria is, does the solution actually addresses this challenge. So based on the problem statements which was in the first criteria, so you are going to solve the solution. Okay, so solve the problem based on the challenges which you faced. Okay, so you have to create a or narrate a story regarding that challenge. Okay, what kind of challenges you faced. Okay, then you are going to effectively describe the success of your solution. So you are going to show them what kind of metrics you follow or goals and outcomes throughout the journey of the problem statement, and you're going to try those metrics, or otherwise you can elaborate using a cause and effect model. Okay, so next thing is scalability. So is there any availability of next steps? So if the team is clearly enhancing their project or the solution based on the futuristic extension to a larger audience, will that be suffice? Like if it is okay, they would judge you based on that. Okay, okay. Like this is for the impact. So based on how well you understand the theme and the problem statements and the technological stack which you're working on. So next thing is actually the technology. Okay, so the first thing is the team, the entire team should be clearly like they have to understand what kind of architecture they are working on and what are the components they are going to uh, require. Okay, and the responsibility of each components. Here the components can be a hardware component or a software component or even a particular package in a programming language or any other software which you're working on. Okay, and you have to be clearly specific about the products and platforms which you're going to implement. So based on the Google technologies, what kind of products you are going to work and what are the platforms you're going to implement it. Okay, or on which platform you're going to implement it. Next thing is, as I said, so the team has to be clearly explain what kind of Google technologies they used and why they use that particular Google technology in their solution. Okay, so next thing is, does the solution implement all the technical components needed to solve this? Like if they wanted to create a particular tech stack, and they are like they would judge based on what kind of technological components or technical components they are going to require to solve the challenge, and do they miss it out, or if it is not particular or a valid technological stack in their solution. Okay, so they have to implement what are the technical components they are required to solve the problem. Next thing is code testing and iteration. So the team has to highlight one challenge, so they have to highlight. So you can based on the priority, you can choose one particular challenge, and they have to showcase that challenge and what kind of things they faced while building their code, because that is from scratch, and they have to address those issues and make technical decisions. So they also have to give out what kind of technical decisions they arise from it, or arise from the issue, and what are the implementation they had to make. So next thing is uh, actually the team has to have a guideline or guidance on the running their code. So did the team actually have guidance on running their code? So based on the guidance, based on their code, they have to particularly identify what kind of things they want or they require. Okay, so the next thing is, does the video actually demonstrate the actual working on the application? Like it should not be like a mock-up or a user interface. So the user has to interact with the solution. It should be a code, because otherwise the particular product or the particular prototype couldn't be developed. So it has to be a code, and you have to make sure that the user has to interact with the solution. So the demo has to be an actual working application. Okay, next thing is how well you use those features and effectively and appropriately in your solution. Okay, so it can be a Google technology or a platform. So you have to be crucial about what kind of working applications you're going, like what kind of applications you're going to develop, and what is the appropriate use case of the features. So at the last, can the solution in its current form or minor structural change support more user and increase to scale? As we said on the submission criteria, uh, based on the scalability, you have to create the solution so that it can support many users, and we can increase the scale so that many data can be accumulated, or we get to develop such an amazing solution based on that improved or increased data sets. Okay, so after the judging, like the submission and the judging criteria, we are going to see how well we can create a problem statement. So the first thing is, you have to be creating an effective problem statement. So the problem statement should demonstrate what is the required urgency or the significance of the particular issue. Okay, so if you take a theme, for example, no poverty. If you take the no poverty theme, you have to address what kind of things, what kind of issues there are, and you have to particularly create a problem statement or draft a problem statement. Okay, so that you get to work on that particular problem statement, so that you don't have to change your focus on everything. Okay, you have to particularly choose a problem statements. So the good problem statements present an opportunity to some significance, urgency, and priority. So you have to work on what kind of significant features the problem statement has, and is it really a devastating problem statements, or based on urgent you have to solve it. So based on the urgency, if you need to solve it, you have to create that good that problem statements and the priority. So the next thing is it has to be related in a simpler terms possible, because you shouldn't try to make the problem statements so critical, so that or so okay, you shouldn't make the problem statement as difficult to understand. So it has to be in simple terms or in layman terms as possible, the process of concern and the impact on the community. So what kind of things you want to do, like what kind of process you are going to perform, and what is the impact on the community when your project or solution is given to the users. Okay. Next thing is it has to include enough data so that audience can understand the size and scope of the problem. So if you are going to create a problem statements, you have to be particularly thorough with what kind of what are the maximum users or maximum number of people you're going to work on. So you have to be conscious about the size and scope of the problem. Okay. Next thing is this problem statement should not be more than one paragraph. So it has to be around like 2 to 3 sentences, but as much as 5 to 6 sentences. So it has to be a short paragraph, or you can develop like 2 to 3 sentences or 5 to 6 sentences. Okay, it has to be as little as possible. So this is the this is the uh, things you have to consider for creating a good problem statements. Next thing is you have to be conscious about how to structure the problem statements. So first thing is you have to clearly define what kind of things you are experiencing. So you have to be conscious, or you can try with the mnemonics like who, what, where, why. Okay. So the who describes like what kind of problems you're going to experience. So who is experiencing the problem? So you have to particularly identify the target users which you're working on. Okay. So what kind of what segments of community and how many? If you take an example of uh, zero hunger, if there are particular community which is deprived of that particular food, or the nutrition, so you have to focus on that community. So you have to be segmenting what kind of communities they you are going to focus on. Okay, and how many. So first thing is you have to be conscious about who is experiencing the problem. You have to understand the user's point of view. Okay. Next thing is you have to describe it. So what is the real problem which you're going to describe. Okay. So you have to describe the issue being experienced or need going unmet. So okay. So if you're going to be if the issue you're going to face you had experienced, or you're going to get it from the user, you have to be particularly you have to identify the problems particularly. So what the problem you're working on. Okay. And next thing is where and when the problem is occurring. Okay. So which situation, or which uh, community, or where the problem statement is actually occurring. So you have to be conscious about the context, situation, and process. Okay. Or process. So you have to find where the problem exists, or exists like in which place, on which situations the particular problem is occurring. Okay. So when and where. Next thing is why is it a problem. So is it really is it really important to address. Okay. So if you want to find why you're going to take it as a problem, because there are a lot of problems and a lot of people are going to solve it eventually, but is it really important to address in your project. Okay. So you have to be particularly conscious about the impact to community, religion, businesses, or organization. So this 17 themes of UN like sustainable development goals are not entirely based on the community. So you can try to impact the community, region, and you can include the businesses and organization as well. Okay. So this is the main basic thing to create a problem statement. So you have to be particularly conscious about what kind of problem statements you are working on, and you have to describe what the problem statements actually is, because in the judging criteria they are going to establish the points for your problem statements understandability. Okay. So next thing is some of the uh, frequently asked questions are like can my solution solve a problem outside the scope of 17 sustainable development goals. So actually in solution challenge they are going to require what kind of like the 17 sdgs. So you have to be solving at least one or more of the 17 SGNs, like the Sustainable Development Goals. Okay, you have to be conscious about the 17 themes which you're going to work on. Okay, you have to make it as a particular boundary, and you have to set the boundaries. Okay, so can one student or team submit multiple submissions if they contributed to both projects? So actually the terms and conditions clearly implies that the person should be like it has to be limited in one entry per person. So one person can actually work on one project at a time. So in Solution Challenge 2024, one person can work on their own projects. Okay, so they can't be part of many projects. Okay, but that particular project can be a collection of many themes which are going to work on based on the SDGs. Okay, so can I still participate in the Solution Challenge if there is no Google Developer Student Club at my university? So actually GDSC provides a lot of lenient things, like you can if you happen to know about a GDC chapter in your own college, or nearby your college, you can go ahead and you can register for it. Okay, so that's all about it. So okay, now we'll get to know about the 17 different SDGs in this. Okay, so as you can see, the top 100 teams will have a lot of prizes, and they would receive direct mentorship from Google. Okay, next thing is the finalist 10 people will receive $1,000 cash prize per team. So one team can they get 1,000 as the cash prize. Okay, next thing is top 3 teams will be winning $3,000. Okay, okay, as you can see, these are the 17 UN Sustainable Development Goals. Okay, so no poverty. So we have to end poverty in all forms and everywhere, and you have to conscious about like zero hunger. So you have to end hunger. And next thing is good health and well-being. So if you can see this website, I'll just share it in the chat here.
Vishnu,
Bro.
are you sharing the website? It's not visible here. It's just the PPT.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I think now it's visible, right?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, so as I said, like there are 17 Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, from UN. So you're going to plan accordingly, so that your problem statement actually focuses on any one of these, or include one or more themes according to this SDGs. Okay, so first thing is no poverty. Next thing is zero hunger, then good health and well-being. So if you can go into this website, like developers.google.com, so you can try to analyze what kind of themes you're going to work on, and they have this example project, so you can click them and you can find what kind of projects actually the theme is going to address. Okay, so they gave us particular example projects, so that we get to witness it, and we can improve it for their to enhance your idea, or understanding about the theme. Okay, so you have many things. So next thing is quality education. So if you have an example project, you can try it. So as you can see, like they have many example projects as the same. So it is not like they forget to mention it. It's because that every theme is like the example projects are going to affect many themes. So if you take a donation match example, okay, donation match is like it gives quality education, as well as it also end poverty in various forms. Okay, and next thing is gender equality. So the donation might be based on the equality which people are trying to achieve. So then the clear water sanitations. So you have example projects, and you also have why it matters. So you can try to achieve, like you can try to analyze why you're going to solve that particular theme, and you have this particular infographics, and why it matters. So as you can, like if you click on it, and you can have a browser, so that it explains everything. Okay. So you have decent work and economic growth, industry innovation, infrastructure, reduced inequalities, and everything. Okay, these are the 17 things which you're going to perform. in your sustainable solution challenge. Okay. Yeah, so that's all about it. If you want to learn about Google Solution Challenge, because you still don't have enough knowledge about it, but if you want to try to create or try to join a kickoff event, there is a like in this website there is a link over there, so RSVP today. So if you click on it, it will take you to a registration page, so that you get to participate in the January 11th Solution Challenge kickoff event. So it is 10 a.m. on Eastern time, so you can get to know about your time in your locality. And so there are many videos, and there are many design sprints, like you can try to analyze many things based on your theme. And there are a lot of YouTube videos for you to understand about the 17 SDGs, to like clearly make an innovation on your own. So if you have time, you can watch those videos. So these are the winners and the inspirations. Okay. So you can also learn from this, like if you're going to solve a particular solution based on the tech stack which you're going to use, like Google technologies in it, so you can learn from the actual stuff. Okay. So if you want to really learn about it, you can like try to analyze it, and you can try to learn all the things in it. Okay. So that's all it. And you have your own community, like you have GDSE and Google developer experts and the programs. Okay. And the stories, if you're willing to learn more about the GDSE solutions challenge stories, you can try to uh, make sure to learn it. And so that's all about it. Okay. So okay, so if you guys have any questions, like Sukant or Mahishi. So actually we are done with the event. So if you have any questions, you can ask. So there is no restrictions to be like to join in your own college GTSEs. It is okay for you to join in any GDSE, whichever you like, or whichever is nearby your locations. Okay. So that's all about the session. Sunil, if you want to say something.
Yeah, so everyone in the meet and for everyone watching the recording, so make sure you choose a team who knows how to build things and how we can present these things. So you have to form a team of four, and you have to identify a clear problem. So this clear problem will be like it should align with the seven sustainability programs, and you have to present like how it leverages the Google technologies. So it can be anything, like it could use Google Cloud, TensorFlow, Android. So it can be anything. So make sure when presenting you have to foster the collaboration between the actual thing. And we are workshops and meetings every following week, so we can get as many teams as possible for applying for this Google Solution Challenge. Yeah. So any questions?
Okay, then. Okay. So many of you are watching over recording sessions. So actually, you have to register. Like you have to register individually. So the Google Solution Challenge, you have to register it individually. And at the time of creating the project, or uh, identifying the problem statements in creating the solution, you have to try to analyze your team. Okay. Then at that time you can create your own team. Okay. So in that 2-minute video you have to present it, so based on what kind of individuals are going to participate, like what are the individuals participating, or who are all your friends, and then you can submit the video. Okay. So you have to register individually, then you have to find your team. Okay. So in a team there are four.
Yeah, and also by participating, you get free Google credits as well. So Google Cloud credits. So with that, you can host it and build and deploy your project as well. So you also get to connect with the Google experts. Like while presenting, you can get to know like a local experts on how we can improve the project and deploy it to the society. So main thing is you can showcase your work. So you can whatever you build, you can say it is Google recognized and it is built during the Google Solution Challenge, so it gets your work recognized. So you can also build like network. So everyone all around the GDAC community and all over the world participate in this challenge. So you get to present yourself.
So as this is a global level challenge, many people from all over the world are going to participate. And as you, if you have time, you can see the many YouTube videos. They are such a simple directive of what kind of problems the users are facing right now. So yeah, actually we have a chat. So is it mandatory to be a team of four? So actually it is not a mandatory to be a team of four. So actually one individual or a team of two or team of three, they can participate, but the
Yeah, the
maximum,
maximum is 4. Yeah.
yeah, the maximum limit is four. So that's all about the session. So there are the submission criteria clearly describes that you have to use particular products and platforms. So it can be like the platform can be like Google Cloud, or the product can be a Firebase or Flutter or anything. Or if you want to uh, mention what kind of tech stack you're going to work on, you can try to include Google as one of your technologies. So that is the main thing. Solution challenge is planning to improve in the students mindset. Okay, so if you have any questions, we will have many sessions till like in these 2 months, and we'll have planning, we are planning to give workshops in offline, so that the awareness of the program is really provided to the students. So this session is just an introduction about Google Solution Challenge 2024. So thank you all for watching this video, and if you're here or if you're seeing this recording video, there is no issue. We will have many workshops as the day comes. Okay, and thank you for the speaker Sunil and myself Vishnu. Okay.
Yeah, Vishnu, it was a great session. You explained everything clearly. I hope everyone watching the recording and live will come and collaborate and ask us about questions about it and participate well as well. So you can reach out to us if you have any problems or if you have any doubts. So you can ask in the community page or message us personally. So yeah, it was a great session, Vishnu. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much. So thank you guys for joining the session. Okay. Thank you so much and have a great evening. Bye all.